Bro, Josh, bro,
Yes,
why are you doing a jack, bro?
you go.
Wait, what?
Why are you doing a jack, bro, with the camera off?
What am I doing, Jack, with the camera off? Me camera broke, Jay. Me camera broke. Wait, are we live?
He break
Oh
his
my god,
camera.
Vinny, you said that when we're live.
He break his camera, Vinny. Well, guys, we are here, guys. We'll be talking about this side, the Merseyside Derby and predictions, no doubt. So let's start off with the title contenders, indeed, in Arsenal and Man City. Josh, what do you have to say, bro, about this
No,
one?
no, let's save the best till last. Let's talk about Liverpool first. Come on, man.
Liverpool.
We need
Oh
to talk
my
about
God.
Liverpool
No,
first, man.
all right. So okay, then, fair enough. Fair enough. All right then. Vinny, what do you have to say about Rio? Then,
Real? Bro, I love that
yeah.
guy, bro. Star quality, starting off with Gakpo. I don't know what Arne Slot is thinking, bro. Rio's quality player. And I say better than Max Dowman. 5 times better than Max Dowman, bro. But the manager not starting him, bro. I don't honestly. He actually should be starting over Gakpo because Gakpo has been so bad, bro. So bad for us. He's been all right first half of the season, and second half of the season he's been doing nothing. But I think whenever Rio's on the pitch, we always create chances and we always look somewhat threatening. So yeah, man.
Yeah, Josh, what have you thought about the 17-year-old kid, bro, for Liverpool? That's for us, bro.
Yeah, Rio, man. Rio, he deserves better, to be honest. What you've been seeing, how you've been playing this season, man. But I remember I watched his first game. I watched for him was when you played Plymouth Argyle in the not Plymouth, Accrington, I think it was, in the FA Cup last season. I think that's where he's made his full debut, and I've noticed him there straight away. I was like, yeah, this kid looks actually pretty lively for you guys, and he's been given that opportunity to express himself, and he has, man. Like he scored that goal at Newcastle, was it? Last minute goal, start of the season. So yeah, he's definitely a talented player, man, and yeah, he's definitely one for the future. So yeah, once again, he's having some good games for you guys. I didn't even watch your game, to be honest, against Fulham. To be honest with you, I saw a little bit against you, when you guys played PSG, and yeah, obviously you crashed out of that against PSG, a very very good side. It wouldn't surprise me if they go back to back Champions Leagues, But yeah, I think what we know at Liverpool is, I heard the rumours about Slot maybe staying. I personally think that's the wrong decision. Yeah, he won the Premier League last season, but I mean, look at you. Look how you've fallen off massively under him, man. This season, out of all the competitions, you're struggling to even get European football for next season. I just think you need I know you signed all those players and got rid of some of the key players. Like, I still don't think you guys should have got rid of Lucho, man. I think Lucho should have. I was saying at the time he's one of your best players, and now look at him at Bayern Munich, absolutely cooking over there. So yeah, and I think you spent too much money in the wrong departments. I think you needed some extra defenders, especially with Trent leaving, and then now you're looking at Robertson going to the scum, right? Van Dijk's getting older, Kanate's hit and miss, Alisson maybe moving as well. So I'm looking at your team. I'm looking at another rebuild. Even though you guys spent a lot of money last year, you still need a lot of positions now. And it's, so let's not forget about Salah leaving as well. So you're gonna be searching for a right winner. You can stop talking about Elise. That ain't happening. I think you're gonna get a more younger project winner on the right. Someone like a Jan Diamande from RB Leipzig, players like that, for example. But someone like Elise, Elise is the best winner in the world. Up there this season. He is. If he does well for France and if Bayern win the Champions League, I think he's a Ballon d'Or contender. So yeah, look, Rio's a baller. I disagree with Vinny though, saying that he's better than Max Dowman. No chance. No chance.
Bro.
The Max guy, man, the Max guy. Yeah, for me, man. Look, he really give me some confidence in that game over the weekend against Fulham. For me, man, Rio is just a fantastic player. He's young. Yeah, we got picked up by PSG. But Vin, what are your thoughts on that, bro? Dembele owns us at this rate every single year when we face this Luis Enrique's team, bro. What are your thoughts on how we are playing, bro, and also Salah and Robbo leaving us as well? What are your thoughts on what's going on at the club, bro, for us? What should we do for the new
Well,
season,
it's
bro?
very difficult, bro. Very difficult time at Liverpool Football Club. We're not playing at the level where we should be playing. Nowhere near the level we should be playing. I'll talk about the PSG game first, and I will touch more deeply. Yeah, PSG absolutely dominated us. You know, after the first leg, they dominated us. I'll say the first half, to be fair, was okay. The first half that we played, but we didn't take our chances, and PSG managed to score two sort of late goals in the second half to make it 4-0 aggregate. We've just been poor. This is not Liverpool Football Club at all. This is not. I bet Jurgen Klopp is looking at Liverpool and shaking his head. This is not the club that he wanted to leave with, and there's no identity. I think with Slot, honestly, I don't know what's going on because he brought us a league title, and a lot of people were saying, "Oh, it was Klopp's team," and I wanted to back the manager. I said, "Nah, we recruited a good manager who managed to use Klopp's players to win the league." But this season we sell a lot of those players. We bring a lot of players in, as Josh said. We're a completely different team, and we're just not good enough. And the funny thing is that the signs were there from the start of the season. Yes, but remember Bournemouth 4-2. Yes, was it 4-2? I can't remember. It was 4. Oh, I can't remember the scoreline. But Bournemouth, you look at the scoreline, you think, oh, Liverpool did very well. No, we did not dominate that game at all. Then the Newcastle game, Rio last-minute winner. And you look like I can only pick a handful of games where we look dominant this season. A handful. Probably like on one hand I can count. But the rest of our games we've been poor, and I'm not too sure what's going on because it feels like the culture at the club has shifted. A lot of things have shifted since Klopp left. And look, if it means sacking the manager, I think we have to sack Slot. This is not the Liverpool standard. If we keep Slot, can he turn it around? I don't think he can turn it around. But who knows, man? Maybe he can cook something up. But at this minute, where we're playing horrible football, and PSG probably can win the Champions League. They've done their project very well with all their young players. While we've spent, again, as Josh said, in the wrong department. We needed a centre back, plain and simple. Mark Gay should have been that signing, bro. I know that, that, the whole fan base knows that. Now he's gone to Man City. And who are we stuck with? Injury-prone Alexander Isak. 130 million to play for how many games? I don't know how many games he's played, and he's done nothing. And done absolutely nothing for 130 million. Florian Wirtz, 150 million, nothing. Jeremy Frimpong signed, hasn't done anything as near to the level as Trent Alexander-Arnold. Kirkes, to be fair, I mean, it's on and off, but out of all our signings, he's probably been the best, I'd say. But all these new players, all big new players, they haven't been up to mark. We paid the premium for them for a reason. We paid that money for a reason, and they're not good players, but they're clearly not showing on that football pitch. Hopefully next season they can finally wake up, and maybe new management and some new tactics, and hopefully we can get them up and running, because I'll speak on Florian Wirtz. For the German national team, he's absolutely amazing. He plays very well there. Every time, whenever he goes to international break, when he comes to Liverpool, when he plays at Liverpool, no, he doesn't. I mean, there's bursts of when he plays well, but nowhere near the impact he has when he plays for the national team as opposed to Liverpool, and that could also be under the manager as well. But for me, speaking of new managers, a lot of people are saying Alonso, but I don't want Alonso personally. I'm thinking, and it's a shout, but I'm not. It's a step up from challenge. But the Bournemouth manager, what's his name, Areola, he's out of contract, isn't he?
Yeah, he's leaving. At the end of the season, he's leaving.
I think and he's shown that he doesn't. That he's done well with this Bournemouth side. This Bournemouth side lost, Semenyo, what's his name, Gene Huijsen, a lot of key players, and they've been doing quite well. They've been doing decently well, to be fair to them. And he didn't have any new big like shiny toys, big 150 million, 130 million signings. They were impacted like us, Bournemouth, when all their players left. The difference was the manager. And I think he's a top quality manager. But can he do it, obviously, on a big stage? We don't know. But given the chance, he might be able to prove people wrong. But for me, I like Areola, and I really want him because I've seen what he can do. He can work with what he's got. Where Slot, it says, oh, this person's injured, that person's injured, or this person left, this, that. Areola, he at Bournemouth especially, you lose all your key players. And where are they now in the league? Let me check. Where are they in the league? Like top 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any top 10, man.
They beat us last week, didn't
they? Just below Sunderland, but again, it's like from 11 to 6. It's like a 3-point difference. But yeah, I think definitely I want Areola, man. 100%.
Yeah. What do you have to say about that as well, Josh, on what Vinny just said?
What, on your next manager?
Yeah.
Iraola, I think it's a good shout. He plays some really attractive football, to be fair. And I mean, when they played us, for example, they had like Sakrupi. He's 19, he's a baller. Came out of nowhere, really, and he's going to be one of the best players in the future, it looks like. He's definitely going to get a bit of love, just due respect to Bournemouth. But yeah, Iraola, he's done wonders with Bournemouth. He really has. But yeah, he'll be there available. That's a great option for Liverpool. At the same time, I've been hearing about Bilbao being Iraola's next club because Iraola was a Bilbao player, one of the key players for them, and he started off as, I think, coaching in the Bilbao Academy or something like that, I heard. So they're looking to move on from Valverde at the end of the season, and they're looking at, and Iraola's a favourite to take over from Bilbao. So he could end up going back to Spain. But, I mean, having said that, I don't think if Liverpool came calling, he's not going to turn that down, But as Vinny said, it's a step up. It's Liverpool Football Club. The pressure is really, really high compared to a Bournemouth, with all due respect. And the same if you get Xabi Alonso. Alonso did wonders at Leverkusen, in Invincible. Incredible achievement against Bayern Munich, who dominate every single season with not the greatest of players. I mean, he has some good players in there who got raided. They completely got raided after that, but then Alonso got that big move to Real Madrid, and it may make sense because he is a player as well. So you have that connection with him already. But at the same time, we saw what he did at Real Madrid. And I know not many managers last at Real Madrid because their standards are so high up. I'll be surprised if this Iraola guy lasts till the end of the season, really. I think he'll be gone straight away. Well, I think he's interim anyway, but yeah, I mean, Alonso, the pressure kind of got to it Real Madrid a bit, you know. I know they have mad high standards. Their fans run, you know, crazy. Like, and they're, what's his name? Perez. You know, he's a ruthless president, but
Yeah.
at the same time, when he had these big egos in there as well, the likes of the Mbappes, the likes of the Vinny Juniors, you know, these big players in there with really high names. I don't know how that's gonna work if he went to Liverpool. You know, he may get them playing some decent football. I think he's a good tactician of a manager. I think he is. I think you've got to put him higher than Slot, but at the same time, it's like changing the manager is the one thing for Liverpool, but it's the squad as well overall. I believe personally, if you can get some new defenders in, as I said, even though you spent all that money, you're gonna need another rebuild. It seems like.
Yeah, absolutely agree, man. For
Mm.
me, look, man, if Shabby Alonso join us, guys, I think I'll be the happiest man ever at this rate. Because, yeah, he used to play for us back in the days, yeah. Coach, and go to Real Madrid, doing well for Bayer Leverkusen and all. But, yeah, for me, man, because now none of our key players is leaving, is linked to leave Vinny and Josh. That includes McAllister and Curtis Jones and Joe Gomez as also Reese. So Williams is also in it as well. So what do you think about with McAllister linked Vinny leaving us at this kind of rate, bro?
Look, I don't think we can afford to lose any more players, if I'm being honest. Losing what, Salah, Robbo, you know, Ekitike is out till 2027. Could lose Allison, as Josh said. You know, we're losing a lot of the key players that, you know, started this whole, I guess, Liverpool sort of mentality, I guess. You know, they deal with the identity of our football club. I don't think, you know, we know how good McAllister, Gravenberch is injured, I think. McAllister, and all these players are. Yeah, McAllister is such a top class player, but obviously he hasn't been playing well this season. But he played well. He did very well for us during our title winning season. Joe Gomez, look, again, you know, I'm thinking who we have for centre backs. We have Van Dijk, Konate, Leone, who's ACL. Other than that, that's it. You know, we don't have any depth. So again, even though Joe Gomez, like, if we had depth, I'll move him on. But as a squad player, just in case, I'll keep him. And who was the last player, Jay? You said McAllister, Gomez, and
Yeah, McAllister, Gomez, Jones is included as well. Williams is also included in that one as well. So yeah, so 9 players linked to leave Liverpool Football Club.
yeah, same with Curtis as well. Yes, on his day, Curtis Jones is a good player. No one say top quality, but he's a good player, especially coming off the bench when he performs well. I think at this minute we've got to focus on buying players that we need. You know, we do not need. I'm gonna keep hammering this home. Unless Isak next season turns into prime R9, I'll shut my mouth. But
Oh boy,
this guy on 130 million to do nothing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We need to, you know, the owners, shout out to the owners, because the owners back Slot this season. Like this is not like not gonna blame the owners at all. They back Slot. They were like, you know what, you did well. You know, you came in, you gave us, you won your trophy, you won the Premier League. We're gonna back you. Whoever we want to sign, we will pay for it. That's what they pretty much said, right? Yes, we sold players, and you know, you could say like I wouldn't say broke even, but we saw a lot of players, so we still got a lot of money in. But the owners, I would say the owners definitely did back Slot. And then Slot produces this rubbish, I think next season our transfer strategy needs to be buying players that we need, but also getting depth. Depth is so important. Look at Arsenal, the amount of depth they have. Look at Man City, the amount of depth they have. Even Chelsea to that extent, they're doing worse than us in the league, but the amount of depth they have. Even like other teams, like Villa has some decent depth. Like look at our bench compared to Arsenal's bench. I'll read out our bench for our last game. Actually, I'll do that right now. Like this is Liverpool FC bench, by the way.
Oh, geez.
Look at our bench right now against PSG. Yes, you've got Gomez, Salah, Gakpo, and Gamoa, but like, we've got 4 randoms and Freddie Woodman, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I'll read Arsenal's bench. Let's go read Arsenal's bench now.
Bro, no, Arsenal have a great bench, man. If you check their bench, yes.
Gabriel, okay, Jesus isn't that good, but compared to who we've got, Jesus, Trossard, Havertz, Dalman, Ben White, Lewis Skelly, Kepa, Christian Novia, like, and you've got players injured, and Arsenal has Arsenal have a good amount of injuries as well. So imagine a fully fit Arsenal. Phew.
Yeah.
That bench will be amazing, but I think we need to invest in depth. And Ralph Rangnick said when he was managing Man United, he said Man United need open heart surgery. I think Liverpool need open heart surgery. We need to buy players. Yes, they may not be star quality players, but do they fit in what we want? Like, for example, Mo Salah. He wasn't a big player when he signed, like a big player when he signed him, but he fit our system. And look at what he's done.
Yeah.
Sadio Mane, Bobby Firmino, all these brilliant pieces of business. Robertson, how much? 10 million from Hull, and look at what he's done.
Yeah.
And now this season, in my opinion, we've completely ignored that. We've said, okay, star player, let's just throw money. Let's just throw money and let's hope we get it. Yes, it showed intent, but did it show greed? I think it personally showed greed. Like, we could get good quality players that fit that position like much better. We didn't have to spend 150 mil, maybe 70 mil, 80 mil.
Yeah.
Like, we should have got what's his name, Bradley Barcola from PSG. We were linked with him. We linked with Gay. Gay was what? We could have spent, if we spent through like 50, I'm not sure, like 50, 60 million a Gay, that was worth it. Because he fit the system. Like Isaac, bro, I hate this Isaac. Dude, every day I'm just does my head in. Like, we just no. But basically, to sum up what you said, Jay, I think we cannot afford to, losing a lot of players, losing Mo, losing Robo. I think at the minute we cannot afford to lose any more players, because if we do, our squad is just gonna thin, and
exactly, man.
We need players, man. We need players. As is, we need players now. Even with all the players we have at the minute, we need more players. But it's when we've got the people leaving, big players leaving next season. We need to keep all of them. Keep Jones, keep Gomez, keep McAllister, until maybe we bring some new players in, see how they do preseason, then maybe late in the window, if they want to sell if needed.
Yeah. So, Josh, over to you. Do you really agree what Vinny just said, bro? Everything indeed, absolutely agree with everything he has said, including that PSG game as well and the players. Well, what do you say about that as well, Josh? As a
the
neutral
PSG game.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. PSG, as I said, they're one of the best teams in world football, man. They have a top-class manager, a world-class manager in Luis Enrique, who completely transformed their team, rebuild their mentality. They have so many big egos in their team. The Messis, the Neymars, Mbappe as a front three. They had this super team, super that would win. They'd aim to win the Champions League, and they'd always fail because they didn't have that manager, or they didn't have that mentality to get over the line. And Enrique's come in there and changed the whole mentality, got his own players in. I think his first window, he signed about 12 new different players. And, he got them all well gelled together. And the football he plays is incredible, man. I'm seeing Nuno Mendes do throw-ins as through balls. I think that's incredible, honestly. So, yeah, I mean, I was surprised when you lost the first leg 2-0. I was like, you ain't coming back. I know it's Anfield, and Champions League on Anfield can be hostile, and you've had some great moments at Anfield when you played in Champions League. But yeah, I mean, I was not surprised at all that Liverpool got knocked out. I mean, you guys played, who's it in the last 16? Galatasaray, I think it was.
Yeah.
And you battered them. You did batter them, to be fair, in the second leg. But I know I obviously thought that you guys would go too far in the Champions League this season anyway. And that's all you really had left. Well, now you got to try and focus on getting Champions League or any sort of European football next season. Obviously, 5th place is a spot now for Champions League, so you could get 5th place and still get it. But yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised, man. And Bayern PSG semi-final is going to be incredible game. Incredible two incredible games. It really is.
Yeah, indeed. For me, man, it's awesome indeed. And as you bring up Salah, Vinny. Look, for me, bro. Yeah, his news breaks me more than hearing about Arne Slot getting sacked. Yeah, now it hurts us in the Liverpool fan base to see someone that really help us despite he didn't win the Ballon d'Or. He won the Golden Boots. Yeah, congrats to him. I really, really will miss him without. But what do you take on him, Vinny, on his journey, joining us from Chelsea, winning us trophies, and now looking like he's heading out to the exit at the end of the season. But what do you think about Salah helping and making us who we are right now, despite he's getting into age and is now leaving? What do you take on Salah's journey with us?
Yeah, man, Jay. What can you not say about Mo Salah? Absolute. If not, I mean, I'm gonna say probably. I mean, you could give it the shout of the best player in our history, Mohamed Salah, best player to ever grace Anfield to wear the shirt. Stevie G, obviously a big up Stevie G, but obviously maybe from my end, because obviously Stevie G was like the 90s to the early 2000s. I didn't want to watch much Steven Gerrard, whereas Mo Salah, we were all there from the start of the journey. And that first game against Watford, his debut, he just clicked, man. And he's been an incredible player, incredible moments for all fans. What not even a quality player, like quality human as well. What he does off the field as well. He's quality off and on the field. And look, you could see this season, the age was getting to him. I think last season was one of his big last hurrah at the sort of top of his game. He gave it everything last season, Mohamed Salah, and this season, I don't like to use the word fell off, but I would say he's as Jurgen Klopp said when he left Liverpool, I would say running out of energy, and that's completely normal because for 9 straight seasons he's given us his absolute blood, sweat, and tears every game, every match, and it's hard to fill the void of that player. Mohamed Salah will 100% be missed by everyone. The Premier League as well. The Premier League will definitely miss him. They'll lose. I mean, I presume he will move out of the Premier League. But yeah, the Premier League will definitely miss, a player. The dressing room miss a player, and the fans will miss an absolute gem of a player. And also it's inspiring, as you said, from Chelsea. When he first started at Chelsea, he was like the Chelsea reject. No one wanted him. Then he went to Italy, did his thing there, and then from Roma came to, I'll say, a newly fresh Liverpool. We all know the history of Liverpool, but we weren't serious title contenders at the time. And now when he came and did his thing, he made us title contenders. Like 2016, finishing fifth, or 2016-2018, finishing fifth wouldn't have been bad. Like, wouldn't have been that bad because we were like mid-table, right? Like mid-table. But Salah, as long as the Klopp and a lot of the other players as well, changed that mentality for us to win trophies, to finish first, to get 3 points every game, to get 3 points against the Arsenal, to get 3 points against the Man Cities. And he was part of that. He was part of that story, and making Liverpool's identity. And at this moment, obviously, it's not the best circumstances to your final season. It would be nice to have won something, for Salah and Robert, at least, to remember at least, last season they did win something. But I think if you look past this season, what they've done, what they've both done for the club. I'll say Robert as well. You asked about Salah, but I'll talk about Robert as well. They've done so much for us, and they've been incredible servants, and they'll be forever edged in Liverpool history.
Yeah. Josh, what are your thoughts on Salah and Robert's journey with us, as for them to help win us trophies and stuff? Leaving Liverpool at the end of the season. What are your thoughts on that, Josh? Despite Salah give you nightmares when we face the guy, what do you take on Salah leaving the Premier League, Josh? Joshua? Is he here?
I don't think he's muted.
Yo,
Wait, can you see?
I was muted the whole time.
Yeah.
I was talking and I was muted.
Yeah. I was asking you, what are your thoughts on Salah and Robert's journey with us, despite they leaving nightmares?
And Robbo, yeah. Well, listen, they've been in many years, man. Robbo but both of them through the highs and lows of Liverpool. Won all there is to win at your club, I'm pretty sure. Premier League, champs. You won the League Cup as well, and that last couple of seasons ago. So they won everything that that you had, and I remember the days of Robertson and Trent in up and down, man. 2020, 21 days, man. Like, they were proper. But I think it is time to move Robertson on. He's getting older, and looks like he's going to the scum in the Championship potentially. Don't know why he's going to want to go there, but yeah, I mean, Salah as well, a Premier League great, not just for Liverpool, but I think as I know we're rivals, but just a joy to watch, really. I'd always sit there and say, you have to have that respect there for a player like Mohamed Salah. And he proved a lot of doubters wrong, man. Let's not forget he came from Chelsea. Then it didn't work out there. He went to Roma and did well in the Serie A, and then obviously he got his big move to Liverpool, and on his day was an absolutely world-class, out-this-world player, man. But you could tell something weren't right this season. I don't think he had a bad year last year, actually, when you guys won the league. But you can tell this season something weren't right with him, man. And there's always been talk about him moving on anyway. So I reckon he probably goes to Saudi, because there's been a lot of talk about that. I mean, or does he go to, because he's Egyptian as well, so would he want to go to one of those leagues potentially? Or does he go to another European club? But I feel like the game's moving on from him. In terms of when I'm watching him, he's becoming, people can say the injuries and fitness and all that, but I feel like at times he's just becoming less ineffective than he used to be. And, usually you'll look at Salah and he'd be your most important player. He'd be the one that you rely on. He's the one that'll get you out of jail. He's the one that will turn up in the big moments. I'm watching him this season. He doesn't seem to have the same effect that he used to have. So it's a shame. I think he will go down as, one of the best players that you've had in a while, in a long time. he'd be remembered, and he made you successful in terms of like you actually got trophies with him as well, the champs in that Premier League. And yeah, he'll be remembered for that, man. So it's a shame, but I think it is a good time to moving on at the same time.
Yeah, man. For me, man, look, for me, Salah, thanks for everything you have done for the club, no doubt. Look, I'm a big fan of you, the trio of Mane, Firmino, and also you also included. I know, man. This is the real reason we have been waiting for 30 long years, waiting indeed. And you wasn't doing well at Chelsea. You came to us, and look what we have turned it into a goal scoring. Indeed, winning golden boots, winning us trophies. But I'm gonna miss you a lot. You inspired us a lot. When you have the ball, we are singing your song. Mo Salah running down the wing, Salah. So this will be the final time we will see him play in the Merseyside Derby. As I'm talking about the Merseyside Derby, guys, Vinny, what do you think? The last derby of Salah and Robbo. Are you confident on going into this derby? Indeed, before we go to Arsenal and talk about their tell charge, what do you think? Will this be the final time we'll be seeing these two in the derby come this weekend?
Yeah, man. I don't. Yeah, probably at this moment, at the rate we're playing, not confident. But again, you said last derby, will there be a sort of special hope, special magic in the air for us to put a dominant performance against Everton? And Everton have been very good this season. Actually, they're pushing for European football. The eighth at the minute. They can definitely push for push for some form of European football by the end of the season. So they also want to win this game. But it's a derby. It'll be the atmosphere will be crazy. The stakes, will be high. But I think we should. I mean, at Liverpool Football Club, we should win, but we should be winning a lot of games. We should have won a lot of games, but we haven't at this moment. But just we all know it's Salah and Robbo's, last derby, last couple games, we should at least, play our football with pride, play our football that we should have been playing the whole season, at least give us some sense of hope from not even from this game, from this game to the end of the season. Give us, give the fans hope. It says, okay, you know what, we've seen these last couple games before the end of the season, we did very well. Let's see what we can do next season. Give us something to look forward to. And, a derby win would definitely mean a lot for the fans and for the football club and our league position, especially because we still want that Champions League, because Liverpool Football Club should not be playing in Europa League. We should be playing Champions League football. But I think it will be a narrow win. I could say a quick prediction. I'll say it'll be a 2-1 win, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, we will be going to that. So yes, now over to you guys now, Josh. Tell the side, bro. Pep versus Arteta. Take it over, my G. What do you think? Are you confident about this big clash, bro? This is the biggest match everyone will be looking forward to see. Will Arteta get the job done? What do you have to say about this, Josh? Indeed, as an Arsenal fan.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not that confident. Give me a sec.
Oh. Hey, for a long time, I've never seen Josh not being confident against a team like Man City coming this weekend. Wow.
Yeah,
What do you
so
think
sorry,
about
Jay. I could talk now. Yeah,
Yeah,
listen. The title decider it feels like another final, which worries me a lot. To be honest with you, I'm not that confident at all coming to this one. We haven't won that the Etihad since 2015. 2-0. Santi Cazorla had a masterclass that day, and we started Arsene Wenger as a manager. 2015 was the last time we actually went there and won against Manchester City. So, yeah, I mean, I ain't feeling that confident at all. And Yeah, I mean, where do I even start with us? It's just dross, man. The club's just watching Arsenal's just draining right now because the mood is so low. We got knocked out of that by Manchester City in the final of the Carabao Cup. They beat us, and since then we went to Southampton away, dunked out the FA Cup quarterfinals, and then after that Premier League against Bournemouth at the Emirates. Bournemouth came and played us off the park, and they beat us comfortably. And then yeah, we did get to the Champions League semi-finals, but I'm watching the game against Sporting Lisbon, 0-0 draw, one shot on target from both teams. Such a dross game, and if it wasn't for Kai Havertz's goal, we would have probably been. Well, who knows what could have happened? Havertz got that last-minute goal to send us through in the first leg. So the way I've been playing, I'm not feeling confident whatsoever. Arteta is going to set up to not lose the game. And this is a mistake that he made against you guys at Anfield this season, earlier on. He set up not to lose. He didn't go for the kill. And you guys ended up beating us 1-0, Dominic Szoboszlai free kick. You know, I don't know what it is about this manager in the big games. Or just in general recently. He just sets up not to lose. And this is what cost us at the end of the day. So yeah, I ain't confident at all from being real with it. You know, Man City look on fire since they beat us in that cup final. You know, since they beat us, they went and battered up you guys in the FA Cup 4-0. They went and battered up Chelsea 3-0 away at Stamford Bridge. You know, they ain't looking like no mugs at the end of the day. You know, they have players like Doku, Cherky, you know, Semenyo, these ballers in there cause us a lot of problems. And I kind of feel like it's going to be very similar to what happened in the Carabao Cup final game, where it could be a very tight start to the game, not much in it for both teams. And our mistake in that game was it's like we retreated even more in the second half, and we sat back even more against Man City. It's like we trying to draw a cup final, which you can't obviously do. And then City came out a different team in the second half, and they absolutely bossed it against us, and they fully deserved that win. So I think it'd be very, very similar. Our attack ain't firing as well. You know, you look at the likes of our winners, Gabriel Martinelli, you know, Trossard have been banned off it. Saka is going to be out for the game as well. He's been ruled out completely. Money Madueke don't give me any hope. He just runs things out for goal kicks all the time with his head down. Gyökeres is still, I mean, he's got 18 goals in all comps, but again, it's hit and miss with him. You don't really know. He can come up with a few goals here and there, but you don't know what Gyökeres are really going to get. Majority of the time, he's been very, very disappointing. So yeah, I mean, I think the best we could probably get is a draw. And I've seen a lot of people say they'll be happy with a draw. I wouldn't be happy with a draw. I feel like you got to go and win. You've got to go and win this game for me. If you win this game, Arsenal and Arteta, I think that's the league title for Arsenal. I think that's what does City. We have to go there and prove that we should be deserve the champion. Deserve to win this Premier League by going to away from home and beating Manchester City for the first time since 2015. So if we win, I think we're going to win the league title. If we draw, I still see us slipping up in the Fulham game, the West Ham game, because they're in a relegation battle. We'll go away from home at West Ham, and they're beating us a few times as well in the recent seasons when it comes to, you know, the title race as well. They've really ended our title race hopes as well at West Ham. Newcastle, we have to play as well. So we still have some very, very difficult games. But I put it this way as well. If Man City beat us, you know, that's a 3-point gap just like that. And they have a game in hand as well. So I think if they beat us, we will capitulate completely. That'll give them all the hope that they need. That'll give them all the momentum, if they haven't got it already, that they need. That'll give them all the fire that they need as well. And I feel like if we do not beat them, then if they beat us, I think they go and win the league personally. And I think we will capitulate like we always do. I'm not confident with this manager whatsoever, you know. So it's what it is, man.
Yeah. Vinny, what are your thoughts on this one, bro? Title decider, bro. Title race. well, we're not even in it. So what the take on this one? Man City, Arsenal.
Man City, Arsenal, yes. Will we have to wait another season? That's the big looming question. If I was being honest, about a month
Mm-hmm.
ago, I thought Arsenal was gonna run
Mm-hmm.
away with the league.
Like, oh
Seriously,
wow. Yeah, about it. Yeah,
seriously, and I'm
exactly.
not. And I'm
Yeah,
but
man, absolutely.
I'd faith. I'd faith that Arsenal would from about a month and a bit ago.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much just dominate really because City wasn't playing their best football and Arsenal playing great football. But here we are, Man City, Arsenal, and if they win, how much is the gap? Like 2 points, 1 point?
Well, it looks to me like it's a two gap, man.
If they beat us, it's 3 points, but they got a game in hand as well over us.
Yeah.
Oh. Shit. So, Arsenal, as Patrice Evra said, watching Arsenal is like watching Netflix. You always wait for the next season. And, I mean, look, it's not as if the season's not over, obviously. They can still go and do the upset, beat Man City, and they could still run away with this league. They still got the Champions League. But then again, they've had, I mean, I don't think Josh will disagree. They've had a very easy run so far to the semi-finals.
Yeah, we have.
Very easy run. Now they're going to be facing, Atletico Madrid. Diego Simeone knocked out Barcelona. The battle of the haram ball, as they say.
Yeah.
Who's got the better haram ball? Simeone or Arteta? We'll wait and see. But in terms of the title race, it is as you said, Jordan, man, and Josh as well. This is a very, very big game. And I think both teams will feel that pressure. So I think it's either one. I think it'll be a very close game, but it's going to be a very even game, I think, in my opinion. It's not going to be one side dominating the other. And I know one of them is going to nick the win, and whether that be City, whether that be Arsenal, who knows. But again, if Arsenal win this, provided they don't bottle it, that should be the title. That should be the Premier League title. But if it's not, if they don't win, and then, questions will have to be asked. 6 seasons with the only trophy being an FA Cup, and maybe a Community Shield, maybe, but that doesn't really count, I guess. But questions will have to be asked because Arsenal have a very, very, very good squad. Like I would say, this is the best the Arsenal squad's ever been. And I was just reading out the depth they had. They have far better depth than us, Jordan.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Far better
agree
depth.
with you. Yeah, exactly. Facts.
And they have a lot of injury, so they have the players to compete, but it's about the pressure, it's about the big moments, and this is where it counts. You could be great all season, but you can drop off at the end. And people focus on that drop off. I mean, that's just life, and you might do so many good things too, but do one bad thing. Most people are going to focus on that bad thing as opposed to the 99 good things that you did. If Arsenal don't win the league, they don't do anything. Despite their great performance, great performances to like in the Premier League from that jump, but the drop off to the last season. But also, you can talk about the Champions League, like, they made semi-finals, but they don't win anything. It will be seen as a fail. They haven't won anything, Even though they played so well majority of the season, they dropped off at the end. And people remember the drop-off. People will want to see the results. And if Arsenal don't turn up against Man City, we'll have to wait. We have to watch next season. We have to wait for another season again. But it's a two-horse race. Anything can happen in football. That's why we love football. Anything can happen, and I'll definitely be watching that game. And we'll see who wins.
Yeah, exactly, man. Look, for me, man, yeah. Well, Josh is not confident. I'm sure Arsenal fans are not confident about this one, no doubt. Yeah, look for me, this is gonna be a good one. Everyone, well, no one was even going to look forward to watch the Merseyside derby between us and Everton. Everyone is gonna pay attention to see what will Mikel Arteta do against Pep Guardiola. This is a revenge. And look for me, David Raya is a fantastic goalkeeper, very fantastic shot stopper. If Arsenal have him in goal for this one, Josh, remember that he has won the Golden Gloves. And now if he helps you guys in this one, I think you could have a chance of getting him his first trophy. What do you think about David Raya so far, Josh? Same here, guys. And I think, look, for me, he's way better than Kepa right now. What do you thought on David Raya, Josh, before we do predictions?
David Raya,
Yeah, man.
yeah, he's been an incredible goalkeeper, incredible player for us for many seasons now. Saved us in many, many games, and gonna get, I think he's third Golden Glove in a row, which is mental. He fully deserved all of them. As I said, he's came in clutch for us. He still has some moments, times where like he's too chill, and like I remember the Bournemouth game, for example. He almost gave them a goal playing out from the back. But at the same time, I don't really blame him because he's one of our highest pass players because we kept passing back to him, putting him under unnecessary pressure. So I don't really blame him for that, to be honest with you. But yeah, he's a quality goalkeeper, man. And he's been up there for one of our best players this season. And if it wasn't for him, we could be in a much worse position in some of these games as well. So he's put us some brilliant saves, and he's a absolutely phenomenal goalkeeper.
Yes, indeed. So, Vinny, what are your thoughts on David Raya so far, bro? We know what he's capable of doing as well, saving his former club Brentford, and now saving Arsenal. What are your thoughts on him, bro? And also that good save as well in the first leg of the Champions League against Sporting CP. What do you have to say about David Raya, Vinny?
Yeah, same as Josh, man. Top quality goalkeeper, third Golden Glove in the row, just shows his quality. And I'll say he's moving like prime Allison. At this minute. He reminds me of Alisson Becker when he was at his tip top game. But Alisson is still been good for us. I'm not gonna take anything away from Alisson, but yeah, when I see Raya making those huge saves, it does remind me of a certain someone, a couple of years ago. But look, man, David Raya is absolutely incredible. I think, goalkeeper. I mean, just goalkeepers in general, one of the hardest positions not one of the hardest position to play on the pitch, because again, as I said earlier with Arsenal's performances about how if they don't turn up the last half of the season, that's what they'll focus on. Same thing with goalkeepers. You can make 10 saves in a match, but you make 2 mistakes and your team loses 2-1. You'll be at fault. And David Raya has turned up in big moments. The saves against Sporting, the save against Sporting in the first leg, and many other saves across the season that's helped Arsenal. And he's probably, for a couple of games, he's been the reason why they've gotten 3 points as opposed to 1, or potentially even losing the game. But any club would love to have David Raya, and in my opinion, at this moment, probably the best keeper in the world right now.
Yeah.
So big up to him.
Yeah, man, absolutely, man. Congrats to David Raya. He's been doing very well for Brentford. They're still in the Premier League. The Bees. Now he's at Arsenal. Fantastic shot stopper, penalty taker. Now Arsenal is in the semis. Look, enough respect to David Raya and doubt he needs. So yes, so guys, we're gonna jump into game week 33 of the 25-26 Premier League predictions. Well, I did this yesterday, live, but now I'm gonna have to do this over because this is a rival zone. We're doing so. Josh, Brentford, Fulham, bro. G-Tech.
Oh, Brentford, Fulham. Brentford having a fantastic season. You put him in the thumbnail, Jay. Thiago scoring all the goals for them. But yeah, they're still pushing for Europe, Brentford, aren't they? So fair play to them, having an incredible season and quite good at home as well. Fulham seems to be on the beach, apparently. I've been hearing like they're just, obviously, they ain't going down. They're quite safe, actually, aren't they? I think they're even higher now. I think they're like top 10. I've not checked the table fully, but yeah, I mean, I can see a draw in this one personally. I'm gonna go 1-1.
Oh, yeah. So Vinny, Brentford, Fulham. We'll give mine.
Brentford, Fulham. A lot of Liverpool players. Well, past Liverpool players. Steven Gallagher, Vanderberg, Harry Wilson.
Oh boy.
Good to see the lads. Still playing good Premier League football. But again, I'll say Brentford playing very, very well this season. A lot of people underestimated them, and I think, look at Fulham. I just looked at the table; they're 12th, but they're nowhere.
Wow.
They're not going to drop down anytime soon. But Brentford, they
Yeah.
have something to play for. They can get Europe. They could potentially get Europa League. Or even, I mean, I doubt Champions League, but who knows? We fucking lose all our games, potentially as well, and Chelsea lose all their games. Like, they're pushing for prestigious European football that their club's never seen, and I think they have more to play for compared to Fulham, because Fulham, they know they're safe. So if they win, they move up a bit, but if they lose, they lose. But obviously, they both want to win, but I think Brentford want it more. So I'm going to go for Brentford domination. I'm going to go 3-1. 3-1 Brentford.
Wow. Yeah, you bring up, they have Collier, and Fulham looks to me like they're Arsenal B team side. We beat them already last weekend. So for me, I'm going for a Brentford win here, man. 2-0 with bees. Yeah, as just said, man, Igor Thiago, this guy just scored for Brazil. You got the World Cup, mate. Awesome performance by him as well. He looks to me like he's a fantastic player. Leeds, Wolves, Josh, Elland Road.
I think the West Ham Wolves game, when West Ham won 4-0, was a final nail in the coffin for Wolves. I think they are going to go. They are definitely going to go down. I think Rob Edwards has actually came in there and gave them a bit of belief, and actually was getting some really good results. And actually, the performance has really improved for Wolves under him. But I just feel you had a part of you thinking, I mean, if they keep doing what they're doing, because they wasn't really losing too many games since he came in, and there's actually playing a lot better. They wasn't getting rolled over, but then you see that West Ham game, and I think that is the final nail in the coffin for Wolves. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Who's the home team for this one?
Leeds, Elland Road. They're playing Wolves at home.
Leeds.
So
Leeds. Yeah, Leeds again. They need to, because they need to stay up as well. They're fighting to stay up. Ellen Road is a difficult place to go to. I think Leeds take this one. I think it'll be goals in it. 3-2 Leeds.
wow. Vinny, Leeds, Wolves, Elland Road.
Yeah, man. As Josh said, 4-0 against West Ham, final nail in the coffin. Leeds, coming off a win against Man United, Ellen Road. You've got to give this to Leeds, man. So I'm gonna go comfortable 2-0 to Leeds for this one.
Leeds, Wolves. I'm gonna go for a 2-1 win here. Leeds United against Wolves. Newcastle United, Bournemouth. Josh. This will be at St. James Park. Eddie Howe.
Ooh, wow. This game is difficult, man, because St James's Park, Newcastle, been such a hit and miss team this season under Eddie Howe, and then you got Bournemouth, and obviously they heard that they're obviously going to know the news about their manager leaving at the end of the season. Maybe they'll be playing to give him a good send off for the rest of the season. Again, I think they're a team that I don't think they can. I think they finished mid-table this season, so Newcastle as well, same with them, but. Oh, this is a difficult one, man. This is Eddie Howe's old team as well, Jay, if you remember. He used to manage Bournemouth.
Indeed.
Bournemouth for a top side, man. I'll be real. I'll go Newcastle just edging it, 2-1.
Vinny, Newcastle, Bournemouth. Eddie Howe, former team.
Yeah, man, high stakes. I think for this game, I'll go for a draw. I'll go for a 1-1 draw, man. I think it's got a high stakes game, and I think Newcastle might somewhat turn up, but again, I'll say 1-1. I'll say 1-1 for this.
Interesting about Newcastle Bournemouth for me, man. This is gonna be a tough one. I'm seeing a 3-0 win here for Newcastle United. Look, Anthony Gordon is in good scoring form. We know Bournemouth, they have Alex Scott. He scored against Arsenal, so interesting one. Spurs Brighton, Josh, no doubt, deserve it. Turns to the point.
The scum. They're going down, Jay. They're going down, bro. The scum getting relegated this season. Brighton 2-0 win. Thank you very much.
Yeah, deserve it against his former club as well. So
Tottenham. It's the history of the Tottenham, Jay. It's the history of the Tottenham. And listen,
oh boy,
I don't know what has happened to that club. Seriously, and I have no faith that they will win.
Oh geez.
You see, Brighton's being linked with the GOAT himself, Manuel Neuer. Imagine, firstly, that'd be crazy seeing Manuel Neuer in the Premier League. That'd be absolutely crazy. But that's a side note. But listen, no faith in Tottenham. Absolutely zero faith. I cannot wait to see them in the Championship with the big stadium, 62,000 seat stadium in the Championship, which will be so lovely. And I'm gonna go for a 3-0 Brighton win.
Yeah, for me, look, Bayern fans out there, keep Manuel Neuer, please, and thank you very much. Don't even think about sending him to the Premier League. Yeah, despite he retired from international football, but keep him in the Bundesliga. You're in the semis. Well deserved to you, Bayern Munich fans out there. Yes, Spurs and Brighton. For me, man. What a game for them indeed. Brighton did well beating Burnley 2-0 at Turf Moor last weekend. I'm going for 2-0, like 2-0 Brighton away from home. Look, deserve it. I don't know what to say, man. You're going to the Championship. You and Xavi Simons and all these lads. Bye-bye, Spurs. Thank you for joining the Premier League. Chelsea Man U, Josh.
Oh, big game this. Wow. You thought that there's a little turning point for Man United this season, but then they lost to Leeds, didn't they? Last week. So Chelsea, of course, got battered by City at Stamford. It's Stamford Bridge as well, isn't it? This one.
Yeah, man. Stamford Bridge.
To be honest, both teams need this win, man, big time. I think it'd be a draw though, 2-2 draw.
Vinny, Chelsea, Man U.
Chelsea and Manchester United. As Liam, I've got his last name, Reniso. I don't know how to say his last name.
What's his last name, bro? Just call him Liam. I don't know his last name.
Call him the PE teacher.
The PE teacher, the man, aging men. I think he's been aging some of these Chelsea players for those past couple of games. But look, I think United will win this one.
Ooh, interesting.
I think it will be a 2-1 United win, and Chelsea will keep going down, keep aging men, as Liam says.
So Chelsea against Man U, look for me. Garnacho against former club. It looks to me like Enzo Fernandez is returning back for Chelsea. Look for me, man. Liam, you got B by PSG, 8 goals and I in the Champions League. Wow. So I can't decide for you lads, man, but Chelsea, I'm going for Man United win here. Look. I can't wait for that big game at Old Trafford. I'm going for a 2-0 win for Man United against Chelsea and Forest, Burnley, Josh, City ground.
Oh, how boring, man, this game's going to be.
Oh, jeez.
0-0 draw.
Yeah, I know that, man. Vinny, Forest, Burnley, City ground.
1-0 Forest. 1-0 Forest, man.
You know what, man? 2-0 Forest. Look, Igor Jesus and Morgan Gibbs White could happen. Josh, Mr. Good evening. Unai Emery, Aston Villa, Sunderland, Villa Park.
Oh, see, the thing with Good Evening Emery is he just battered Bologna 4-0 in Europa League, and now he's in the semi-finals. So I feel like he's won it 4 times at Emery this Europa League. I feel like he's prioritising that Europa League competition now. Even though Villa, they're still fourth, aren't they? Yeah, so they can still get fourth or fifth place to get Champions League. But they sort of dropped off a bit in the Prem, haven't they? Compared to December when it was like near us and Man City in the title race. Sunderland have been having a phenomenal season. They're a great team, great, play some brilliant football as well. But you know, Villa Park will be a tough place to go to. I think Villa get another draw here. 1-1 for me.
Yeah,
I think Emery's going to prioritise that Europa League and he'll win that.
Yes, indeed. Vinny, Mr. Good evening, Unai, Aston Villa, Sunderland.
Mr. Good evening. Listen, again, strong Europa League performance. The king of Europa League, but look, man, I think I'm going to go 2-1 Sunderland. You know, Sunderland till I die. We're watching the documentary. I think Sunderland's going to take it 2-1, man. And
yeah, well, Josh gone.
Where'd Josh go, bro? Oh my God, bro. But a good evening. Get him away. It's the Unai Emery, man.
Yeah, nearly finished the show as well. Don't be delusional, look. We ain't winning the league by 16 points. Hey, Josh, you're not coming back, bro. We almost finished the prediction, bro. So if you're coming back now, bro, because I'm gonna give mine now. I'm going for a 2-0 win for Aston Villa against Sunderland at Villa Park. Everton, Liverpool. Look for me. Salah, just score your final goal, please, and thank you very much. I'm gonna miss your goals next season, no doubt. So indeed, I'm going for a comfortable 2-0 win for Liverpool against Everton. I'm not sure about this. Anything can happen in this one. Anything can happen. It's football. So I'm going for a win for my team, Liverpool. Look, the real reason why I'm going for the win, Vinny and Josh, it's just because I want to just send off Salah with just his final derby and forward for the club in his journey when he in his prime as well. So Vinny, take it over, bro. We are on the road to Everton.
I'm gonna say. I said it earlier, but I'll say it again. 2-1. 2-1 win for Liverpool. And it's going to be a last-minute winner to the Reds.
Wow. Josh, Everton, Liverpool.
If they beat you, do they go above you? I'm pretty sure they do.
Above us. If they beat us.
I'm pretty sure if they beat you.
50 what? No, they don't.
They don't.
You get 2 points behind us.
There'd be 2 points behind you if they beat you.
2 points.
Yeah,
2 points.
Wow. Is it Goodison or Anfield?
Their stadium changed from Goodison Park.
Sorry. Hill Dickinson, isn't it now? Hill Dickinson.
Yeah, I don't know their stadium, but yeah.
Merseyside derby. Look, I mean, it's a derby. Anything can happen. Everton, David Moyes, he knows how to get results. You know, he's doing great things with them. You know, you lot got to watch out for that Enjoy. You know, I think he's top class for them. I don't know if Grealish is back. I think he's out injured for them. But yeah, the Evertonians, man, they ain't a bad team, and they'll be fired up for this against you lot, especially seeing how you lot have been playing this season. So I'm actually gonna go with a draw. 2 late goals from both sides, 1-1.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, okay. Man City, Arsenal. Josh, what is the prediction for this one, bro? Man City, Arsenal. You're on the road. We're starting off with you, bro. Your team is on the road.
Arsenal 0, Manchester City 2.
Really, you're predicting a loss, man. You don't
Yeah.
look at the back
No,
the boards.
I've backed them too. I've gone through it too many times this season and over the years. I'm not doing like people in the chat called Luca talks Arsenal, yeah, who's sitting there thinking we're gonna win the league by 16 points. Absolutely ridiculous. He's literally said we're gonna win the league by 16 points. Nice one, mate. Well, I'll come back after the Man City game. Luca talks Arsenal, then, mate. Who he also changed his name to Luca from Luca talk Arsenal. Luca talk Dons. Luca talks ball. What one is it, Jay? He needs to pick one, bro. But nah, honestly, I ain't confident whatsoever. Prove me wrong. That's what I'm gonna say. Prove me wrong, Arsenal. Prove me wrong, Mikel Arteta as well. This is like a cup final, so prove me wrong. Win this game, and I'll applaud and say fair play. But I ain't feeling confident, man. The football doesn't convince me. How we're playing doesn't convince me. The momentum doesn't convince me. The manager doesn't convince me. It seems like this is where Man City turn up. Pep Guardiola's experienced winner, serial winner, whereas Arteta has proved to be a serial bottler at the moment. So he needs to fix that. 2-0 Man City, unfortunately.
Vinny, Man City, Arsenal. Before I give mine as well.
Edison created the light bulb. Wow. Thomas Edison created light bulb. And why is that important, J-Man? Because light creates hope. And hope creates belief. And if you've seen the show Ted Lasso, man, they have the big sign, believe. And even though Josh doesn't believe.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm being serious, and I'm not like joking.
Go ahead, man.
Honestly, I don't want to keep waiting for next season. I'm too tired, next season. We're going to have 10, 12 seasons, and the show is never going to end. But I believe the show will end. The show will end. And Arsenal will find some light and haram ball the crap out of Man City for a 1-0 win. And just sit back and defend for their lives and just scrape a 1-0 win. I don't know why. I just feel that, bro. I feel that's gonna happen, man.
Well, for me, indeed, good thing you bring up that as well. Look, this game.
I'm on fire, Jordan. I'm on fire.
Call the fire department, Jordan.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Image, Atletico wins the UCL after Berta joined Arsenal. I'll just put this idea here and heat.
Yeah.
Oh, big up.
Yes, Andrew. My brother. Come on, Andrew. Thanks for joining, bro.
Hey, for me, man. They would have said this is what? Master against student. Mikel Arteta. Enough respect to you. Now, this is where it begins. Let me just take my club out of this because we're in a mess. A jubilous mess. Big respect to David Raya. Now, Vinny bring up Edison. Look, Edison is a fantastic goalkeeper for them now, Vinny. We remember what they did to us, right? Did they have Aguero? Did they have Vincent Kompany? Did they have Kyle Walker? Should I go on? David Silva? No, Bernardo Silva.
No, Jay. I talk about remember Thomas Edison. Remember Arteta speech? He was like, Edison created the light bulb. Do you remember that,
Edison.
Jay? Not Edison. Thomas Edison. The guy that created the light bulb, bro.
Nice laugh. Look, I'm not paying attention to what it. Look for me. This is the game now. Look for me. Yeah, look, Arsenal has rebuilt very well indeed. They have less of Victor Gyökeres. Martin Zubamen, that should be ours. Well, he's played for Arsenal. Kai Havertz. Wow, what a player he is. Wow, what a baller. But look, they're missing Timber and they're missing Saka. Now, what we are to do? We need to go with a plan B. Well, I'm going to go for me. I don't want City to win the league. If Arsenal beat Man City, Arsenal. I'm going 3-0 Arsenal, bro.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
You're on the green
Anything
grass,
can
Jay.
happen. Look here. I'm not even gonna
Jordan,
watch
bro,
the game.
3-0, bro. Are you sure, bro? I
Hey,
said
bro, look,
1-0 haram ball the whole time, the whole second half.
Where
I
are you
probably
gonna get 3
watch
goals
the
from,
derby after the
yeah?
derby done. After the derby done, I'm gone until
Oh,
later on.
Jesus.
Anything can happen in that one. But well, fair enough. Anything can happen. I cannot decide. So for me, well, let's see what happens, man. Look, Bernardo Silva is leaving Man City. I think if I'm not sure what Arteta do because I am not the coaching staff. It's not really my club. I don't know what to begin from. So anything can happen, guys, in that one, no doubt. So yeah, just going for City to win. Surprising that Vinny, you're going for Arsenal to win, bro. Surprising, bro. Well, look, for me, I'm
Listen,
not really
the
gonna watch
haram
that.
ball, if
Vinny believes in
Arteta
Arteta,
affects
that's
it,
why.
Oh my days. Hey, Vinny, you need to buy
if you get
Arsenal.
if you get an early goal and just sit back, you'll win. But if you don't get the
Probably.
goal in the first 25 minutes, over. Man City
Yeah.
will
So
win.
yeah. Palace West Ham. Josh, this will be at Sellers Park.
Oh,
Yes.
3-1 Palace. I think West Ham get a
Um.
bit of a reality check. They'll be fired up for beating Wolves. Great result, but I feel like they'll come into it thinking that they're top of the world, and then they get a bit of a reality check, and Palace turn up 3-1.
Vinny, Palace. West Ham. Sellers Park.
Palace and West Ham. Listen,
Hmm.
Palace is a very good team, but they haven't been good this season.
Wow.
But I have
Okay.
a feeling
Hmm.
that West Ham is going to come out from the bushes.
Yeah,
Like
jeez.
Luca talks Arsenal does.
Oh,
No, no one laugh. Seriously. Really nice. Hey, Vinny, go on, bro. Come, no one laugh.
they're going to
Can
spring out from the. They're going to spring out
stop?
from the bushes
No, Jesus
and
Christ.
beat Palace 2-0.
Wow. Oh boy, look at your subtitles, bro. Wonder what I do if we won. But I think we draw. We have to be happy. With draw means we go beat Newcastle and rest for
Happy
matches.
with draws, Luca. You're a clown, mate. You
This
clown.
guy
We're
knows.
talking about happy with draws, bro.
Sorry, if we draw, then Arsenal 71, City 65, City win that game against Burnley. Arsenal 71, City 68. Oh my days. Look at you're on the green grass, bro. Half cup game
Bro, are you
against
forgetting that we have to play West Ham away at London Stadium when they're in a relegation battle and we haven't won, and they're beating us in the title race 2 years ago. Last season they done us at Emirates. The year before that they done us at the Emirates. The year before that it was 2-2. When we 2-0 up and we bottled it in the title race. Are you forgetting that, Luca? You're not obviously, are you?
Yo,
Oh,
Liam.
Big up
Liam.
Liam. Come on, my G.
Big up Liam, the G, the boss.
Liam,
You're
the
in
real one, mate.
Bayern View. You okay? Well, his name is Liam Luca.
He's
Luca.
got a name, mate. He does have a name.
Oh my days. So yes, guys, I'm going for, you know what, man? I'm going for a Mateta goal, guys. I'm going for a 2-0 win for Palace against West Ham United. This is gonna be an interesting weekend, no doubt. Big up everybody. Hey, Josh, let everyone know where to find my my bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Make everyone know to find my.
Cheers, I'm young, bro. Big up,
Yeah,
man.
man. No problem. Every time, man.
Big up, big up.
Oh, what's coming
Yeah,
up?
let them know. Yeah, man.
Coming up today.
I'm live tomorrow. I'm live on Sunday. Of course, the
Wow.
Arsenal game.
Are you
Mm-hmm.
guys doing the oh sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Are you doing the England Iceland game?
Yeah. I'll be live on that one tomorrow. Are you free?
Oh, yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
I'll send
I
you a
don't have
link as
anything
well,
on
man.
Sunday, anyways.
Yeah, sure, man. I'll send you a link then. That's no problem. So yeah,
Yes,
we're
bro.
doing that. We'll
And
be
we're
in that.
rebranding, bro. Vinny talks. We're gonna revive Vinny talks football, bro. Anytime soon, bro.
Let's
So,
go. Let's go, man.
but what about you, Jay? WrestleMania today, right? Night
No,
one.
talking about that
Or
as well.
tomorrow?
For me, guys, for me, good thing you just bring up that part. Tonight, today is Hall of Fame.
Oh,
Tomorrow is the
okay.
big day. Tomorrow is the big
Tomorrow is
day.
tomorrow WrestleMania. I'll watch. I'm gonna be watching, bro.
We're looking for look, bro. Las Vegas, Vinny. Las
Yes.
Vegas, bro. There is an RKO out of nowhere coming tomorrow, and also there's an F5 in the ear on Sunday.
Hmm. Is
So
What do you think, Jordan? I mean, Jordan. What do you think about I Show Speed stepping in the ring
no,
against
bro,
Rooster at LA
take him out,
Knight?
please. No. Take him out. No, he's going to hospital. He's going to, bro. Someone please take him out of that, please. I'm making no YouTube. You need to do YouTube, bro. He's going to get hurt. Just watch it, bro. He's going to get kicked. On LA Night, he's going to, you know what? Anything, bro. I don't know why he get himself in that, bro. Seriously. Yes, Luca. I know that. That is SmackDown. I'll be going on Ty's channel shortly for SmackDown. After
Who
this,
ties?
I
What
need to
ties?
be back. Taiwan. So yeah, he's doing SmackDown.
No Chelsea session. Ah, Jesus.
Yeah, he's doing
The guy
SmackDown
spelled my thumbnail,
today.
yeah? Steals on my thumbnails all the time.
Oh
You can
boy.
hold
Hey,
that.
Liam. Oh boy. Yes, Vinny, yeah, for me, bro. Look, yeah, I think that it gonna be LA Knight and the Usos gonna win, but yeah, I show speed, bro.
He's going
Bro, he
hospital. I
needs to do.
agree. I think he's gonna go
He needs,
hospital.
he needs to do YouTube, bro. He's a you, bro. LA Knight break into his house and almost and burst his mouth, bro. He looks so nervous. Oh my god. Yes, guys. So tomorrow is WrestleMania Night 1. Let's see, and also the Demon King is back for
Against Dominic,
3 years.
right? Dominic Mysterio.
For 3 years, Finn Balor
Finn Balor.
returned with the Demon King. Well, the Demon King has
Good match.
returned. Oh, jeez. Bro, I do not watch AEW. What is AEW, bro? What this means? I do not watch
You
those
said
things, bro.
AEW.
I watch NXT, Raw, and SmackDown. It's so furious. So, night 1 and night 2, tomorrow and Sunday as well. Yeah, I'm on the road to 3K subscribers. Well, guys, if you guys notice that I make my banner, if you guys check out the banner, it looks so good. Well, I try my best. I'm not that great at making banners, but well, it look good. So just rate it. In just rate the banner, bro. With,
Yeah, it's good, man. It's good.
Brown man me know so views, me know Liam will bring up the party, you know. Bro, Liam, we
Yeah,
asking
Jay, you
about
good with the
girls.
gal then?
The girl
Josh, are
them.
you good with the gal then?
I'm very
No,
good.
sir.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Liam, no, my word.
No,
Bro,
sir.
oh my god.
Jesus. Jesus have mercy.
Oh boy.
Up top, Jay. Up top.
Yeah, so yes, guys, I'm heading off. So see you guys tomorrow evening for WrestleMania Night 1. I've been watch long for it indeed. And yeah, man, indeed, guys. Looking forward to it, man. Randy Orton,
Who?
my favorite wrestler. And also hosting WrestleMania, guys,
John
is
Cena.
John Cena.
RKO,
Never
guy,
give
out
up.
of nowhere.
Yo, my days, RKO out of nowhere indeed with Pat
You
McAfee.
can't see me. You can't see me.
Yes, guys, so subscribe to Josh. Indeed, he'll be doing the England women against Iceland. Well, I'll be in the chat because I have to have my full charge to do my stream for night 1. The panel will be joining me. Jerry will be joining me. Big up to Jerry. Well, he'll be doing well. Yeah. Finally, I'll be having guests on for that stream. Indeed. So yes. If anyone wants one,
I've got one
want
already. I had them last time, so no, thank you.
oh my days. Luca MKD. Luca talks Arsenal. How much name are you going to have, bro? You're going to have about 15,555 names.
Yes, Jay.
You're breaking, you're breaking
you're
9.
like that.
Are you breaking 9.58 world record, bro? Are you becoming like Usain Bolt?
How many names, bro? Also, all the burner accounts, bro.
He's got
Luca
more names than
FD.
his bloody. He's got more names than his bloody burner account. About 20 different burner accounts he's got.
Well, guys, see you tomorrow, guys, for WrestleMania on tomorrow and Sunday. So yeah, we're out. And yeah, next week Friday, guys, it's Rival Zone on Josh channel. So we're doing this show separate. Indeed. So next week it's on Josh channel. So yeah, man, up top. We're out, guys. You'll never walk alone.
I'll send you a link
And
for
you guys-
tomorrow, Vinny, yeah? As well.
You'll
Yeah,
see
man.
me.
You're free.
See me tomorrow for WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. Well, Night 1 is tomorrow. So take care, guys. Up the Reds.
Cheers, have me,
Peace.
Jay. See ya, mate. Peace. Big up, boys.
Big up.